So I asked him, is there a jewelry convention in town? And he was like, what? No. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he's like, can I get a black coffee? And I'm like, okay. So I get him a black coffee. He's like, why'd you ask me about the jewelry thing? And I'm like, because of your tracksuit. And he's like, oh, I'm on my way to a hip hop class. And I'm like, that's not a real thing. And he's like, okay. And he pays and he leaves. So I finish my shifts. I go home and I take a nap before my catering job that night. I was bartending at this boys club in that house. And lo and behold, there's the same guy. Emerald green tracksuit this time, like a dress shirt and tie. And I'm like, this dude's a fucking alien. So I tell him that. And I'm like, hey, you're an alien. And he's like, how did you know? And I'm like, your tracksuit, buddy. And he's like, okay, you can't tell me that. If you do, I'll have to fucking kill you. And I'm like, well, that's really specific. And he laughs. And he's like, yeah. And he orders a whiskey. And he pays and he leaves. He says goodnight. And then later on, while I'm cleaning up, he comes up to me and he's like, hey, can I get one more? And I'm like, no, sorry, it's illegal. And he's like, well, do you know where else I can get a drink? And I'm like, there's like 4 bars on this street, dude. And he's like, come with me. And I'm like, no, you're an alien. And he's like, yeah, but I'm an alien who wants to save the world. And I'm like, from what? And he's like, climate change. And I'm like, how? And he's like, I have these seeds on my ship. And the trees grow into these like beautiful, multicolored, glowing masterpieces. And I'm like, whoa. And he's like, yeah, they send 100 times more CO2 than Earth trees do. And I'm like, that's impressive. And he's like, yeah, you want to hear more? And I don't know. Maybe it's because I do care a lot about climate change. Or maybe his smile was actually cute. Or maybe I was just bored and 27 and working 2 dead-end jobs because I couldn't afford an actual unpaid internship at a real newspaper. I don't know, whatever the reason was. I said, I was like, fuck it, yeah, let's drink. So we go and we drink and we talk and he tells me about his own world and how it got destroyed by all these excess greenhouse gases and his whole family was murdered and the government didn't do anything about it until it was too late. And he wanted to honor them by saving other people's planets. So he just got to Earth and he was living at this compound out in the hills. And he asked me to go out there with him. And I was like, absolutely not. He's like, I won't do anything. And I was like, no, you're an alien. He's like, yeah, if you believe in me, do you really want me to answer it? And yeah, out of his index finger came this little tentacle. And it slithered across the table and gently wrapped itself around my wrist.
What's up, Hector?
Started at his fingertip.
Hector, you're a goo gobbler.
And when I reached him, all my anxiety went away. There was nothing in my head, not a single bad thought. Just felt like my entire body was like full of this warm, glowing sunlight. And it tells me everything's gonna be okay. So take a second.
What up?
I say, drink, and then I say, fuck it, take me. And so he takes me. And he shows me his trees. I'm like, Jesus, these trees. Fuck, there's like nothing cooler in life than seeing shit glow that's really glowing. So yeah, I fucked an alien named Brian. I mean, that wasn't his real name. He got it out of the baby book. He never actually told me his real name. We fucked under the glowing trees because like, what else are you supposed to do? I felt like a girl in one of those hentai books when he lifted me up in the air and all of his tentacles wrapped around me. It was pure bliss. And I didn't leave. This assistant, Laura, she was a human. She like helped him with all the trees, like harvesting and packaging and sending them on to anybody who placed an order. I sent a big text to Craig, letting him know I'd be like handing out work for a while, which he would need to also, I had no money. I was in massive amounts of student debt. And he promised he'd pay it off, which he never did. But we didn't get much further because he never had sex with a human before, so there was like a bit of a learning curve. Which Laura made us dinner, and then we got drunk. My favorite stuff. We turned powder people drinks. Really good. I don't know, maybe that was the moment where I should have stop. And then at the last possible moment when I felt like my head was going to like explode, watermelon came. And reality set in. He asked me if something was wrong, and I said, nope. And then he fell asleep. And I ran. I packed up my shit, and I ran all the way from his house to Craig's front door. And I don't know, I mean, I must have blacked out or something because he found me bloody-footed and covered in dirt. Craig, that is. And he never asked me any questions, and I've been living with him ever since. How was that?
Excuse me, I have an apple. Secured?
Yes, no more mention bonus.
I'm a funny dog.
You'll never be fluent in Japanese.
Yes, thank you. Tell me that I can't do it. It feeds my fire. Feeds me.
Thank you for paying for that and, everything else.
Yeah. Just tell me that I'm a good person and nobody hates me whenever I ask, and I'll shower you with all my family's money. By the way, I've got a good friend today come over tonight, and I kind of told him that I live alone, so I kind of need you to go into your room and stay there with all the lights off and make no sound when he comes over. Please don't tickle me with a used dildo.
Who's that being said?
Joey.
I'm not Joey. I'm Werewolf Dildo Monster.
Werewolf dildo monster, I'm not in the mood.
What tickles from your dildo make the sadness go away?
Oh, I'd rather spiral about how gay and unlikable I am.
But you're hot and talented and no one hates you.
You're only saying that because I told you to.
Yes.
Joey. Joey. Joey, don't. Don't, Joey! Your queef juice is everywhere!
Queefs can have juice made of air.
If farts can be wet, then queefs can be wet.
Stuffing said.
Never! No! My face! Oh my God!
I think it's important for our friendship to acknowledge that that was, in fact, not a used dildo, but brand new out of the box. Would you like some alcohol?
My name is Joey and I think Taylor Swift is mid.
She is mid.
Lesbian? Wait, aren't you, shocked that I can make you say that?
Apps that deep face voices have been around a long time.
Oh. Right. I'm so fucking sad. I'm fat. I just want to die. Wait, okay.
Where would I go?